welcome to this informative video learning series. What we're going to do is one of the most important things that any IMA at the Onelife network must do: sign up someone new. That's very important. Of course, you in many cases would have to listen to the advice of your upline, which will definitely advise you on whether you're going to position that person on your left or your right. Remember, the network tree basically is a binary structure, so we have a left and a right. So on the advice of your upline, you can then proceed. What I'm basically going to show you is how do we actually do it. So what we're going to do is click your browser and go on to the Onelife network, which is www.onelife.eu. All the websites actually end in EU. Next, you will click login and enter your user credentials, your login credentials. So we're going to do just that. And let's go into our back office and take a look at what needs to be done. It's very, very easy, and this video will help you to truly understand that. So you're going to enter your username over here in the top box. The second box basically is your password, and below is what we call a captcha code. It's normally very sensitive, so you really have to remember lowercase. All right, so it's very sensitive, so you're going to have to bear that in mind. Sometimes if you don't get through the first attempt, you can always try again. Let's see if we get through on our first attempt. Of course, because the Onelife network is very serious about security. So there you go. What tends to happen every time you log into your Onelife back office, you're going to get important notices and reminders. Be sure to always read them in red. It kind of keeps you updated with what's taking place in the network. Sometimes it might be important news, events, or maybe promotions that the company might be offering. Of course, over here to the bottom, to the left-hand corner, you're going to see your menu bar. Based on maybe whether it's a desktop, your laptop, or even your smartphone, the configuration might be slightly, but it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do here, for all intents and purposes, we are signing up a new IMA. So what we're going to do, you're going to go down to My Network. You see over here, it kind of looks like a little tree, the icon. We're going to click on My Network. You're going to see a network tree. So let's say for all intents and purposes, we're going to sign the next person up on our far right. So I'm going to go to the bottom right of My Network, and this is this little area here. So you see this little grayish area, it means that it's not taken. So what we do, we click on this icon and a sign up page will come up. All right, and this now will give us some basic information. So here's what we do from here. What we're going to do is you're going to need the person that you're signing up, their first name, their last name, and username. Now, please bear in mind that your username cannot be changed. So you really want to maybe think about it. In some cases, if it's already taken in the system, it will come up and tell you it already exists. So what we're going to do is enter the person's first name, their last name, their username, and of course the email address. You are required to enter your email address twice together with a password. What I normally advise most people to do when you're now signing up, use a very simple password, generally that you can actually get back in until that person who you're signing up really truly understands what they're doing. All right. Next, you're going to be required to enter the country. Of course, if it's any of the islands, depending on where you are signing up, you can click it here and you're free to go. Next, you're going to enter the city where that person lives together. Now, in some parts of the country, well, of course, in the Caribbean, most places don't have postal codes. You can actually use 5 zeros, or if you do have a postal code, well, maybe you can enter it there. And next, or last but not least rather, the mobile number. Now, most important about the mobile number. The mobile number, when we're using European websites, require that you must use the plus sign first. So please put the plus sign followed by 1, the area code, and then the person's phone number, or else you're going to continuously get errors, and it may possibly be a little bit frustrating. All right, so as I close this video, here's what we do. We log in with our user credentials. We go to our menu and we click My Network. Next, you're going to see your network tree. Based on the advice from your upline, you will either position that new person on the person's left or right of your network tree. Next, you're going to actually click on that icon and then put the information in. So you're going to type in the person's first and last name, their desired username. Remember, your username cannot be changed once it's created. The email address of that person, All right, please check that the person has access to their email before actually putting in, because they are going to get what we call a confirmation email. And sometimes people put in emails that they have not accessed in a very long time. It tends to create a lot of problems. Next, you're going to put in your passwords, the country, your city, and of course your postal code. All right, normally you can use 5 zeros if you don't have one in whatever territory you are. And last but not least, your mobile phone, which is a +1, the area code, and then the full phone number of that person, whether it be their home number, but in most cases, I strongly advise you use your cell number. After you filled out that information, what you're going to do is just come all the way down here and click Add Member. When that happens, it's actually going to default back to the network tree, and then that person immediately gets a confirmation email, which they are required to actually go in, click Confirm, to know that they are a real person. And then we follow through some other videos which we're going to discuss in terms of what do we do next in terms of know your customer, and some very important information as an IMA that you must know. Thank you once again for looking at this video. Looking forward to seeing you in many of the upcoming video series.